Okay.
Okay. Good morning, Dr. Stan. Good evening. Well, good morning, Dr. Stan. Good evening, colleagues. My name is Lu Qin from the Department of Neurology of Linfen People's Hospital. Today, I bring a case to share. I will report from the following 4 parts. Part 1, general situation. Patient, male, 33 years old, policeman, when complete, paroxysmal binocular upturning for more than 9 hours. Current medical history, the patient had a history of fever half a month before admission and improved after treatment. He was found to have binocular upturning around 10 a.m. on August 27, 2021, without disturbance of consciousness, without limb convulsions and fecal incontinence. The symptoms were relieved after 3 to 5 seconds and appeared again at an interval of several minutes. The nature was the same as before. He had repeated attacks for 3 to 5 times and didn't care. At 10 a.m. on the day of admission, the patient turned up his eyes again, accompanied by nausea and vomiting. The vomit was the content of the stomach. He denied the brown content of the stomach and continued to relieve himself for about 2 minutes. He had no conscious disorder, no foaming at the mouth, and incontinence of urine. He went to the emergency department of our hospital. After coming to the hospital, the patient turned up his eyes again, his head tilted to the left, accompanied by conscious disorder, without urinary incontinence, without facial cyanosis, without foaming at the mouth and closed teeth and tongue back. The patient's symptoms improved in about 2 minutes. His consciousness recovered and he couldn't recall what had just happened. The interval was about 3 hours. The above symptoms occurred again in the same form as before, and no obvious abnormalities were found on cranial CT. Previous history, in 2013, viral encephalitis was diagnosed due to fever with limb convulsions and disturbance of consciousness. In 2016, status epilepticus viral encephalitis was diagnosed due to fever with limb convulsions and disturbance of consciousness. And at the recent timetables, sodium valproate certain release tables were taken and the drugs were stopped in recent 2 years. No abnormal in allergy history, personal history, and family history. Part 2, diagnosis and treatment process. Physical examination, temperature 38.9 degrees centigrade, pulse 120 times per minute, respiration 23 times per minute, blood pressure 116 millimeter of mercury, height 180 centimeter, weight 70 kilograms. Specialist examination, blurred consciousness, vague speech, memory and orientation decreased, computational power didn't cooperate, and the binocular ball moved freely in all directions. Bilateral pupils are equal in size and circle, with a diameter of about 2.5 millimeter, sensitive to light reflection. There is no obvious muscular atrophy in the limbs. The muscle tension of the limbs is normal, and the limbs can see autonomous activities. Limb tendon reflex normal, left basking side positive, neck soft without resistance, positive curling side and pushing side. Examination, August 27, 2021, blood routine, leukocyte 10.4, red blood cell 4.14, number of neutrophils 9.4, neutrophil percentage 89.8, lymphocyte number 0.7. No abnormality was found in blood glucose, liver and kidney function, and electrolyte test. No abnormality was found on head CT. August 28, blood routine, leukocyte 14.9, red blood cell 4.13, number of neutrophils 13.4, lymphocyte number 1. Calcitonin 0.06, C-reactive protein 4.98, CK 339.73. No abnormality was found in immunity before blood transfusion. August 28, 2021, lumbar puncture, intracranial pressure, 200 millimeter of water, colorless and clear. The cell count is 4. Protein ration 0.9, glucose 4, chloride 116. Cryptococcus was not found. August 28, HSV1 IgG antibody positive, EB DNA test negative, HSV2 IgG antibody negative, HSV1 IgM antibody negative, HSV2 IgM antibody negative. No abnormality was found in carotid ultrasound and cardiac ultrasound. August 13, 2021, brain MRI, abnormal signals in the right temporal, occipital, insular, and thalamus.
Oh my God.
No abnormality in brain MRV. Preliminary diagnosis: 1. Herpes simplex encephalitis. 2. Symptomatic epilepsy. 3. Fever. Further inspection. Treatment plan: antivirus, anti-infection, anti-pumping, and anti-epilepsy. Dehydration to lower intracranial pressure. Improve relevant tests. September 1, blood routine, leukocyte 7.7, red blood cell 4.05. Lumbar puncture, intracranial pressure 110 millimeter of water, colorless and clear,
downtowns, and small businesses, all the people lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods, and how hard that was on New Yorkers. We came through it, but now we don't have to go back there. If we do the right thing, we can up the number of people who are vaccinated, and even the number of people who have that first dose. It is over 95%. It's one of the highest in the nation. 95 have one dose. What is keeping
information?
Good.
Speaking, the temperature soon returned to normal. There was no cell number in 2 lumbar puncture. repeated encephalitis attacks, and each focus location is different. 这是什么意思呢？请移开这个窗口。Can I continue?
Continue, you're doing fine.
Oh. 2013 had MRI abnormal signals of right occipital lobe. 2016 had MRI abnormal signals of left temporal, insular, and occipital lobe. Pre-MRI abnormal signals in the right temporal, occipital, insular, and thalamus, possible encephalitis. We question the previous diagnosis. September 2, 2021, thyroid function, TT3 0.8, TT4 8.91, FT3 3.13, FRT4 1.27, TSH 0.61, 2 item of thyroid antibody slightly elevated. September 2, ASO test 738, rheumatoid factor 20, C-reactive protein 7.73, 13 autoimmune antibodies were negative. September 4, blood routine, red blood cell 3.86, LAC 2.03, autoimmune encephalitis associated antibody negative. September 6, 2021, pre-MRI, the right temporal, insular, and thalamus have abnormal signals showing high perfusion. Compared with August 30, 2021, the abnormal signals of right occipital lobe disappeared. The rest didn't change significantly. MRIs, the possibility of mitochondrial encephalopathy is high. September 12th, exercise test, LAC before exercise, 3.02. After 15 minutes of exercise, LAC was 3.0. LAC after 30 minutes of exercise, 3.05. Discharge diagnosis. 1. Clinically diagnosed mitochondrial encephalomyopathy. 2. Symptomatic epilepsy. 3. Double lung inflammation. 4. Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Adjust the treatment. Coenzyme Q10, ATP, vitamin B1, mycopalamin, levity reason timetables. Specialist examination on discharge, clear mind, slightly weak speech, slow response, physical examination cooperation, memory loss, good orientation and calculation, and the binocular ball can move freely in all directions. Bilateral pupils are equal in size and circle, with a diameter of about 2.5 millimeter and are sensitive to light reflection. No obvious muscle atrophy is found in the limbs. The muscle tension of the limbs is normal, and the muscle stress of the limbs is grade 5. Limb tendon reflex normal. Left basket side positive. Neck soft without resistance. Turning side negative. Pushing side negative. Part 3, follow up. Because the current conditions of our hospital can't do muscle biopsy, the patient went to Beijing Tiantang Hospital for further treatment. My last comprehensive gene test in Tiantang Hospital was negative. Mitochondrial gene test was negative. Evoked potential suggests that auditory conduction pathway in brainstem segment is impaired. Electroaudiometry suggests binaural hearing loss. Electroencephalography position test was negative. EMG showed that the peripheral nerves of the upper and lower limbs were damaged, and the accessory fibers were seriously involved. Cranial MRI, right temporal insular lobe, apical lobe showed low density. CTP showed low perfusion.
Right.
Muscle biopsy can see that the muscle fibers vary slightly in size, and more broken red edge fibers can be seen. The immunohistochemical results show that considering the muscle damage was mitochondrial disease. Tiantang Hospital diagnosed as mitochondrial encephalomyopathy by muscle biopsy. Part 4, discussion. This is our patient, graduate from the police academy, a policeman. We also took some detours before making a definite diagnosis. Today, we take out this case and want to ask Dr. Stan and colleagues to help us analyze how to identify intracranial infection and myelus quickly and accurately in the early stages of disease. Thank you.